Oh man. Oh Ben's about to be libertarian for the first time in his life. You know what I mean? I love when libertarian Ben Shapiro is always doing libertarian shit, like telling people what to do in their bedrooms, saying it should be illegal, criminal to get an abortion, stuff like that. This is the only time he's about to be a real libertarian, okay?
Crime. In the UK, not crime. The age of consent in the UK is 16, and apparently Brand ascertained that she was 16 by asking her.
Oh, sick, man. That's dope. So, let's take a look at this issue that has even gotten the likes of GB News in a tiff.
Well, the allegations, they're increasing in their number, and I guarantee to you this is going to be a huge investigation, a huge story, and I'm astonished that you leapt to his defence before you can have
any
read
of his content in the last 3 years. You have no idea.
You haven't watched any of his content in the last 3 years. It's like, what does that have to do with rape allegations, man? Like, why are you immediately giving the game away? Because she's giving the fucking game away, dog. Okay? She is giving the game away. She's saying, I don't care about his fucking rape accusations. I don't care how well detailed this investigation was, how comprehensive this investigation was. Have you heard him? He's one of us. He's one of our guys.
Watch the Dispatches.
You have no idea what he represents.
Had you watched the Dispatches show when you put that?
She has 6.5 million people subscribe to his show.
That tweet out on Saturday morning.
No, but that doesn't matter.
No.
She hasn't even seen the allegations, bro. She hasn't even read the piece. She hasn't even watched at this point. She just straight up came out of the gates to fucking defend this guy and openly admitting that she is defending him, okay, because of what he says. Like, she's like, I like what he has to say. He's popular with the right wing. It's important.
No, it doesn't matter. You hadn't even seen the Dispatches programme when you put out he is a hero. You hadn't even seen the Dispatches programme.
He threatens what you stand for. What does he stand for? He's a fucking Tory. See, this is the part that I don't understand, because he's like, he threatens what you stand for. Like, what is he? As a Tory, is he like the one unique Tory who's like anti-grooming and anti-pedophilia and anti-rape? Like, is that what's going on? Is that what he stands for? Because, like, I stand with him if that's his take, because that's seems like a good thing to stand against. You know what I mean? I mean, think about it, dude. This is like if an OAN. This is like if an OAN journalist is like attacking one another. Okay.
Would not have
what do you make of that?
The popularity
as a woman, knowing that how difficult it is in this country.
If all of the mainstream media hadn't been singing from one non-scientific hymn sheet
and all you've done is
for the last 3 years,
women. Shame on you.
Then all these people, all these newspapers that gave one side of the pandemic, he was the lone
it's now about
voice.
COVID again.
She's like, why are you talking about COVID? Like, what the fuck does this have to do with COVID? Like, literally nothing to do with COVID, okay? Did he fuck COVID? No, shut the fuck up, okay?
Beverly Turner's other big hobby horse. She can't get through an hour without going on about COVID. This is not about COVID. This is about serious allegations about a public figure who has been accused by 4 women of two of rape, one of grooming a 16-year-old, and you're banging on about COVID.
He talks about the
You're
thing
obsessed. You're obsessed.
Well,
there's more. We got to watch the rest of it.
Because what Jonathan Ashworth is referring
4 years of a joint investigation. I tweeted that I had spoken to several sources close to Brand, close to the Times.
Had you spoken to those 4 women?
I was.
By the way, I like that she's like, I don't care. I didn't watch the Dispatch. I talked to Russell Brand's team. Okay? And I talked to people that work at Channel 4. So he goes, did you talk to the victims? He's like, no.
Confident that there is no smoking gun in this regard.
Right.
I remain confident, having watched the Dispatches, if that is what they've got after 4 years of a joint investigation by the Times newspaper and Channel 4, those 4 flimsy allegations from women who choose to stay anonymous, so there is nobody that can counter their...
Yeah, famously, you know, these women should come out so she can attack them. Like, I love that. She's like, no, why are they fucking anonymous? I want names. And by the way, some of them weren't anonymous for the record. But she's like, oh man, this investigation is so flimsy. Only a handful of rapes. Talk to me when it's 10 rapes, okay? 10 rapes is my limit, okay? Of course, if you're an anti-vaxxer. If you're an anti-vaxxer and, like, let's say you want tax cuts, let's say if you want, like, to kill pensioners, or if you want to, like, destroy the NHS, then 20 rapes. Who's to say? Who's making the rules? I am. I'm making the rules, okay? It's like, it's such a weird fucking thing. Seville really fucked with England's sense of proportion, maybe.
Those are events. It's nobody who can say, well, hang on, I was there on that occasion. And this is the thing.
Do you have any sympathy for these women?
There are 1.1 million.
Do you have any sympathy for these women?
Every year, there are 1.1 million people who...
This part is incredible. Okay? She goes, there are 1.1 million women that get raped every year, which is why, like, I'm going to stop the conversation dead in its track on a couple of them, just a handful of them. It's like, what are you saying?
Who was sexually assaulted in this country. Newspapers, like yours, don't care about that.
She literally went, oh, what about all the rapes? Oh, are you a fan of rape accusations? Name all of the rapes, dude. Name 5 rape albums, okay? You can't, because you're a charlatan, you're a fraud, okay? What does that take? Like, what I don't understand is, like, she did a all rapes matter here, okay? Which doesn't even fucking make sense, because, like, that's not even in contention with the rest of the story. Like, she's making it seem like women get raped every year. Why don't you fucking bring those up so I can shit on those victims too? Like, that's what it feels like. You know what I mean? It feels like she's like, come on, talk to me about all these other women that got raped so I can shit on them too and defend their fucking rapists. Like, what kind of counter was this? Like, in the heat of the moment, like, she just, like, forgot that she was on television or something?
Until there's a celebrity involved, and then suddenly it's all over the front page of the paper. Of course, everybody has the right.
Yeah, shocking when a dude who's, like, a notable public figure is, like, is investigated for 4 fucking years and found, like, found to be doing a bunch of fucked up, horrendous shit, and then the newspapers write about it. It's so shocking. Instead, everyone should shut the fuck up, and the newspaper should not write about it like Jimmy Seville, okay? That's what they should do.
To not be sexually sexually assaulted. Anybody who has been sexually assaulted, my heart goes out to them. This happens every single day.
There's not a scintilla of sympathy.
Yeah. Everyone who's been sexually assaulted, my heart goes out to them. Unless you were fucking raped by a dude who I like and is a COVID truther and an anti-vaxxer, in which case, fuck you, you're a whore and you deserved it. And also, you're probably doing it because you're fake and phony. And also, Russell Brand did nothing wrong. It's like, it's nuts. It is just like how, yeah, unless you were raped by my hero. It's, how are you not embarrassed to say this on television? Like, what goes on in GB broadcasting?
See, in this statement on Twitter for these 4 women who I would argue none of them know each other.
Chat, please do not mistake this man sitting on the left side here because of your lack of knowledge over British news as like some woke guy. I cannot stress this enough. The man sitting across from this psychopath is literally a fucking top Tory, okay? He's not, like, he is a maximalist hog, okay? This is not a fucking woke guy. I know Americans go, oh, Andrew Neil destroyed Ben Shapiro. He must be a socialist. It's like, no, dude. No, okay? Like, the dude who fucking owned Ben Shapiro in the marketplace of ideas was not a fucking socialist. He was a major conservative, okay? Same with this fucking guy.
It's a very big thing to go public. And you say this
Where's
proves...
your journalistic curiosity?
Keep going. This proves you're winning. What, winning by allegedly raping and grooming 16-year-olds? You're a hero, love heart.
Let me tell you why he's winning. He's winning.
Andrew Neil literally founded GB News. Oh, my God. That's so funny.
Because he is a man who generates his own content under his own speed, under his own expense.
Yeah,
he is a threat to all of these newspapers.
The ones that you write for when you can.
I love newspapers.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I love this industry.
So that's more important than these allegations by these women.
Why now?
No,
why now?
It's taken 4 years. It's taken 4 years for this.
And that's all they've got. Why didn't those women go to the police? Why haven't they gone to the police now?
Well, the allegations, they're increasing in their number, and I guarantee...
She said, why didn't she go to the police? Bro, if you read the article, you would know. Like you would know why she didn't go to the police. Bro, that's why the first one is like the absolute most insane one, okay? Like, this woman literally got rape kit. Like, she got rape tested. You know what I mean? She told her friends, she told her therapist, like, at the time. Okay? Like, that in and of itself that's it. That's it. That is literally it. You do that. After that, it's like you've done everything. You know what I mean? What the fuck are you supposed to do? In that situation, she didn't go to the police. I wonder why she didn't go to the police. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because the British police are so notoriously bad at investigating rapes, okay, as we found out with the Andrew Tate situation, that the other parts of the British police investigated the British police and found routine malpractice on flubbing rape charges in rape cases, okay? Like, this is not even a thing. Like, it's so bad that other cops investigated the cops and were like, oh, fucking hell, mate, we're doing a fucking bad job with this rape, yeah? You know what I mean? Like, it was systemic ineptitude. And then there's also, obviously, the officers that literally have also personally admitted to doing rape themselves. So there's that part as well.
This is going to be a huge investigation, a huge story, and I'm astonished that you leapt to his defence before you can have
any
read
of his content in the last 3 years. You have no idea who he is now.
Dispatch.
Yeah, this argument is fucking nutty, dude. You haven't watched his content.
No idea what he represents.
Had you watched the Dispatch show?
Million people.
Yes, cops were found believing that most of them were asking for it by how they dressed or where they were. Yes.
Had you watched the Dispatch show when you put that tweet out on Saturday morning?
No, but that doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
There was nothing
you hadn't even seen the Dispatch's programme when you put out he is a hero. You hadn't even seen the Dispatch's programme.
He would not have gained the popularity
as a woman, knowing that how difficult it is in this country. If all of
the mainstream media hadn't been...
It's so funny because, like, she's giving the game away. She's like, no, I defended him because he's our guy. Shut up, dumbass. Like, I don't give a shit if he raped. He's our guy. He's a valuable asset. He does propaganda for us. Okay? That's what she's saying. That's literally what she's saying. Listen to what she's fucking saying. Okay? Bev had a banger tweet featuring Thatcher herself. Who would have ever thought me, Rusty Rockets, and Mrs. Thatcher would be so aligned? My piece here in case you were asleep at night.
That day, a court of law is the place where you deal with these matters.
That's so awesome. Like, using this fucking goon, Margaret Thatcher, who also famously, protected, shielded Jimmy Savile, by the way, the most prolific rapist of all time, maybe like Genghis Khan, but the most prolific rapist of contemporary civilization, okay? It's nuts. It's nuts to use this as an example. Very cool. Jimmy Savile was the CEO of rape, 100%. Like, definitely of our generation. Anyway, there's more.
Singing for
Missing the point
non-scientific hymn sheet
and all you've done is attack these women. Shame on you.
Then he wouldn't have the hero.
Shame on you for attacking these women.
You've created that hero.
Shame on you for attacking these women.
Because all these people, all these newspapers that gave one side of the pandemic, he was a lone
it's now about
voice.
COVID again.
It's like it's so obvious. Like, why is she openly admitting that? She's just like completely dropped all notion that she had any sort of integrity in this conversation. And she's like, no, my only dog in the fight is that he's a fucking anti-vaxxer. You know what I mean? She's like, I've lost my fucking mind with COVID, and he's an anti-vaxxer, so I'm defending him. I don't even give a shit.
Beverly Turner's other big hobby horse. She can't get through an hour without going on about COVID. This is not about COVID. This is about serious allegations about a public figure who has been accused by 4 women of two of rape, 1 of grooming a 16-year-old, and you're banging on about COVID.
He talks about the
You're
thing
obsessed.
that
You're obsessed.
I'm telling you
You're obsessed.
that the reason
Stephanie.
he is a hero to
Right.
millions of people, millions who will be watching
Not to
this
these 4
channel,
women.
is because of his position on politics in the last 3 years. He used to be a left-winger. He now gets written off as a right-winger. That's why people like Jonathan Ashford don't know what to say. Because when he was the left-wing darling, everybody loved him. Now that he's interviewing people like Tucker Carlson and interviewing Ron DeSantis, the press hate him. They've turned against him because of his position.
You're just not talking about the issues, are you?
They cover the media fallout in this. Okay. There's more media fallout on the American side as well. Here's everybody's champion of truth and intellectual honesty, Ben Shapiro. Let's see what he had to say about Russell Brand.
Alice, whose name we have changed to protect her identity, now realizes she wasn't fine. During a relationship that lasted for about 3 months when Brand was a BBC radio presenter, she says he referred to her as the child and alleges he became increasingly controlling and then emotionally and sexually abusive. So at this time, Brand was 30, and she was apparently 16. Okay, now, in the United States,
Oh, man. Oh, Ben's about to be libertarian for the first time in his life. You know what I mean? I love when libertarian Ben Shapiro is always doing libertarian shit, like telling people what to do in their bedrooms, saying it should be illegal, criminal to get an abortion, stuff like that. This is the only time he's about to be a real libertarian, okay?
crime. In the UK, not crime. The age of consent in the UK is 16, and apparently Brand ascertained that she was 16 by asking her.
Oh, sick, man. That's dope. Yeah. No, never mind. Okay. It's legal, so it's okay. Got it. Thanks, dude.
And checking. Which means scuzzy, scumbaggy behavior, sure. Criminal behavior, no. If you're, again, in the UK, and the age of consent changes from states, I would prefer the age of consent be 18. But if you're not going to have that, then that's what it is.
So remember, you're only a groomer if you're gay or queer. You know, you're not a groomer if you're literally doing grooms. Like literal grooming happening to 16-year-olds is perfectly A-okay in Ben's book, you know? Nice. Great. Thanks, man. Age of consent argument in a rape accusation, no notes. Yeah. No, it's fine, dude. It's just, he said it's scuzzy. Okay, got it. At this point, how do we fucking, like, what do we need to hear from Republicans? What more do we need to hear from Republicans on like their weird, distorted, twisted worldview on age of consent, where they just like regularly fucking claim that you know, it's normal to have like child brides and shit. You know? I mean, they say this all the time. Like Matt Walsh is a defender of child brides. Ben Shapiro and Tucker Carlson in the past have talked about, or Tucker Carlson specifically has talked about the difference between child brides and like child rape. Okay? They defend child marriage openly. Like they openly defend child marriage. They openly defend the state defending child marriage. Holy moly. Where there's more though. I want to hear more. Megyn Kelly on Russell Brand.
You guys, I realize that the knee-jerk instinct now by so many is Russell Brand is wrongly accused. These women are all liars.
Oh my God, is Megyn Kelly literally more sane than the Red Scare girls? Really?
I'm sorry, this is extremely detailed. And in the case of the other woman, there's an actual set of medical records after she went to a rape crisis center the day of the alleged encounter, plus apologetic, begging for forgiveness text from Russell Brand. Could you please, for a second, stay open-minded to the possibility that the women are telling the truth? We don't need to so overcorrect from the Me Too movement that every woman gets completely disregarded and called a liar.
Bro, that's crazy, dog. The internet's favorite socialist podcast, Red Scare, defends Russell Brand, where Megyn Kelly is like, this is nuts. Like, look at the fucking facts of the matter. How the fuck did this happen? How do we get here that, like, in 2016, Dasha was like wearing the fucking Sailor Moon outfit, shitting on the InfoWars correspondent who was like, oh, if you want socialism, you're gonna eat rats, to like defending Russell Brand's rape allegations immediately, fucking right out of the gate. Peter Thiel money, maybe. You know? Nah, fam, you've gone woke because of the vaccine. Yeah.
When she finds the guts to come forward and make an allegation, they may be telling the truth. It's worth investigating. We don't need to knee-jerk condemn him, and we don't need to knee-jerk condemn them. I'm just pissed because what I've seen is like a rash of guys coming out to be like, it's bullshit. You don't know whether it's bullshit or not. Did you read the report of this woman? Did you read the alleged rape details? Did you read the text message that she has from Russell Brand begging for forgiveness? There's at least enough for us to want more facts. That's it.
I mean, this happened to her, so it hits closer to home. I mean, it happens to most women, chat, in one way or another, which is why it's like really weird when you know, women do go out to bat and like defend this shit. Red Scare. I must finish defending Russell Brand. Water. I don't know, man. This shit is fucking busted. Speaking of Red Scare, F slur. No, I don't want to look at that. Because there's like, I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. That's just like extremely Twitter shit. Ah. Did you already talk about the India-Canada issue? No, man. I will never talk about it.